All right, let's go ahead and talk about molecular compounds now. The formation of molecules or molecular compounds is pretty simple. First, recall that in ionic compounds, electrons are transferred from a metal to a nonmetal. In a molecular compound, covalent bonds are formed, and these are the result of sharing electrons. Okay, keep these two things in mind. In this class, we will only be concerned with naming binary covalent compounds. These contain two different elements. Okay, so binary means two. Examples of this would be dihydrogen monoxide, because it contains two elements, hydrogen and oxygen, and nitrogen trifluoride, which only contains nitrogen and fluorine. Okay. I'd like you to memorize this list of Greek prefixes to help us name these compounds. Let's go over this together. It's pretty simple. You will recognize many of these. Okay, mono means one, and it's rarely used. Okay, and you'll see why. Di means two. Tri means three, such as triangle or tricycle. Tetra means four, such as tetrahedron, meaning a four-sided object. Penta means five, like the pentagon. Hexa means six, like a hexagon. Hepta means seven. Octa means eight, like an octagon. Nona means nine, and deca means 10, like decathlon. Okay, so there's plenty of examples out there that you guys are familiar with. Utilize those to help you memorize these Greek prefixes. All right, let's see how this works all together. So naming and writing formulas with these compounds is quite simple. Let's go ahead and try a few. So let's start with this one right here. PF3, what is the name of that? All you have to do here is simply write, if there is an element that exists by itself as one, you simply write the name. So this would be phosphorus. Okay, phosphorus is P. And then F3, that's fluorine, but we need to know how many there are. So it's trifluoride. Okay, remember that these binary compounds all end in "ide." Okay, let's move on to the next one. NH3, so this would be nitrogen, of course. Trihydride. Tri means three, hydride. Okay, it ends in "ide, so it wouldn't be nitrogen trihydrogen. You have to end it in "ide," like we did with the binary ionic compounds. Let's look at a couple more here. Let's go down here to Cl2O. This would be, to represent the two, you write dichlorine, and then the one oxygen would be monoxide. Okay, so if the second element here is by itself, then you add the mono, okay, the monoxide part. The reason it's not monooxide is because that kind of sounds strange, monoxide, and it creates a diphthong where two vowels are within the same syllable. So you eliminate one of them, and then it's simply dichlorine monoxide. Okay, let's look at a couple others. Okay, N2O5 down here, this would be dinitrogen is the first part, and then 5 for the oxygen would be pentoxide. Okay, remember this diphthong has to be eliminated. It would be pentaoxide, but there's a diphthong there, meaning two vowel sounds in the same syllable. So we eliminate the first one, and it's dinitrogen pentoxide, which sounds better. Okay, let's look at the rest of these and talk about them. Okay, so XeF4 is xenon tetrafluoride. Cl2O is dichlorine monoxide. SO2 is sulfur dioxide. SO3 is sulfur trioxide. NH3 is nitrogen trihydride. CH4 is carbon tetrahydride. Okay, these also have different names that are more common: ammonia and methane. Okay, obviously H2O is water, but if you want to be pedantic about it, it's dihydrogen monoxide. Okay, N2O is dinitrogen monoxide, and N2O5 is dinitrogen pentoxide. Okay, hopefully you see the pattern here. Once you see the pattern, it's really quite simple. We're going to have more practice with this as well. Go ahead and write the formulas for these following compounds. Okay, try to do this with your background knowledge. Pause the video, give it a go, and then restart the video, and we'll go over the answers. Okay, so hopefully you gave that a shot. Let's talk about the answers here. Sulfur hexafluoride. Okay, hexa would mean 6, and since there's no prefix here in front of sulfur, we know that it's just 1, so it's SF6. Dihydrogen dioxide. Di appears twice here, so we know that there's going to be 2 of each of these. It's H2O2. Okay. Silicon dioxide is simply SiO2. Carbon tetrachloride is CCl4. Nitrogen dioxide is NO2. Nitrogen triiodide is Ni3. Okay, you may notice that there are 2 vowels here. The reason that you can keep these triiodide is because they're not in the same vowel, in the same syllable, sorry. So triiodide, and that makes it acceptable. Dicarbon hexahydride is C2H6. Phosphorus pentachloride is PCl5. Chlorine trifluoride is ClF3. And then chlorine pentafluoride is ClF5. So that's all I have for this. There is a practice that you'll be doing next, and I'll have a key for that as well. Go ahead and give that your best effort, and then watch my key to correct it. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.